Hey guys, this is Irie Starcraft and I'm back to cast another 2v2 match for you. This one will be on Monlyth Ridge and it's going to be between Sorcery, the red Zerg again, and ONEMindset, the blue Protoss. So a little bit of off races for these guys. Mindset on Protoss and Sorcery on Zerg, and their opponents are going to be Kami, who I've been saying his name wrong this entire time. It is not Kami, it is Kami, the teal Zerg, and haCkKiddin, the purple Zerg. So these are all players that we have seen plenty of times, and so I'm pretty excited here. It's going to be a Protoss Zerg against Zerg, and I'm not sure if that is pleasantries being exchanged or if that is just some subtle poking going on and maybe trying to get in each other's heads. But haCkKiddin is going to be going for a pretty quick spawning pool there, and that was actually a really early spawning pool. I did not see exactly when that went down, but was that on an 8 maybe? So that is a very early spawning pool. Meanwhile, Kami, it looks like Kami, excuse me. Please forgive me, Kami. I will get it right eventually. As something I wanted to say while this game's getting underway, I feel like I'm totally off my commentary game. The last couple of games that I did were super exciting games. However, my commentary was a bit less than desirable, as a Forge is going down for Mindset. So he is going a gateway into Forge. And that is because he did just scout that there is a super early spawning pool, and haCkKiddin now has 6 Zerglings on the way. And is Mindset going to be able to deal with this? He is chrono boosting a Zealot out very quickly, and look at the placement, the way he did this, just the way Flarestar did it last time. So I think that this can actually be walled off with just one building here. The Zealot, is it going to be out in time? It looks like it is going to be out just in the nick of time to wall this off. The Zerglings cannot get in there. However, the one thing about this positioning is that a few Zerglings will be able to attack the Zealot at the same time. The Zealot is going to fall. The probe trying to block it is not going to work, and now Kami has the reinforcing Zerglings here, and Mindset is going to be in a lot of trouble. They are going after the pylon and the cannon. If the pylon goes down, the cannon will be completely unpowered. And oh man, Mindset in so much trouble right now. What are they going to be able to do to come back from this? Sorcery does have a bunch of Zerglings coming out to try and help reinforce this, and there is some crazy micro going on. Look at the APM right now. Kami is at 300 actions per minute, as I believe that's what APM stands for. And so look at me, I'm just out of control. Mindset is losing all of his buildings to the mass Zerglings, so they're going to go ahead and cruise in here, and Mindset is completely screwed by the super early rush. And yeah, the 8 pool against Protoss is just, there's just nothing you can do. And so what is Sorcery going to be able to do to combat this? He needs to get the Baneling Nest, which is already finished, and so he's going to be morphing in some Banelings here. It's going to be really difficult for him to try and come back in this game, though, as a Zerg player, down to 2 versus 1. And the Banelings, though, are going to finish, so that is going to definitely keep this massive Zerglings at bay. And so yeah, haCkKiddin with going with such an early spawning pool, he has no economy. He's getting a spine crawler down, and he really needs to get a couple of more drones here. And so Kami, meanwhile, throwing down a couple of spine crawlers to protect against the counterattack, and that always is a good idea when you go all-in rush type of thing like that. And meanwhile, a couple of Zerglings are going to destroy this Nexus, as Mindset is completely out of this game. So we'll see if Mindset starts to control like the Banelings or something like that. But actually, Sorcery is going to come in here and kill these Zerglings. Ooh, 1 Baneling for 1 Zergling there, not the best trade. But Mindset actually saved a couple of probes and is going to go ahead and get back to work. So we'll see if he can make a comeback in this game at all, or not, as Sorcery now is going to start to move out with these Banelings. They're so slow, though, that it's going to take them forever to get out here. And haCkKiddin with his super slow Zerglings, finally the Zergling speed, just finishing now, as he is sending like 1 Zergling at a time, trying to pick off some of these Banelings. And Kami is actually going for a Roach Warren, and that is not finished yet. But he does have these 2 spine crawlers here, and that's probably going to ward this off. But could the banelings blow up on all the drones? Kami just lost a ton of drones right there to all the banelings. However, the banelings were not able to kill any of the zerglings, but more banelings are on the way from Sorcery. This is getting really intense right now. Kami, this spine crawler taking a ton of damage at the same time, losing so many drones that the tables have turned a little bit. Kami's telling haCkKiddin to drone up as Sorcery morphing in more and more banelings right now. And Kami, with all these zerglings, are going to be so vulnerable here. He's going to be trying to get some roaches out here. There are 2 roaches on the way. Baneling's going to come in here, blow up on the last spine crawler. Are they going to go after this spine crawler? It looks like no. They're going to continue trying to chase the drones around. Meanwhile, there's 1 spine crawler here doing quite a bit of damage, as well as a queen. And the drones from Kami are running all over the place to try and get away from the banelings. But the banelings did come down here and managed to blow up a lot of the zerglings. So some damage was done there, but Kami doing a nice job holding that attack off, as there is pinging going on, because it looks like haCkKiddin is like, dude, Mindset is trying to rebuild. He has all these probes, so we need to do something about that. And he's even going to rebuild this forge here at the front. And meanwhile, haCkKiddin has been able to drone up quite a bit. He's going to be throwing down a baneling's nest right now. He has a couple of spine crawlers up here to help keep him alive. So after initially taking out Mindset may actually be able to come back in this game. So this is getting pretty intense here. Sorcery doing a nice job with the banelings just to stay alive there, and did quite a bit of damage to Kami. But if we check the units tab, you can see the drone count for Kami is actually back up to a decent level, as there's going to be a bit of fighting going on in the middle, because Kidden is trying to send single zerglings by here to get some of these banelings, but it's not really working. Sorcery is protecting the banelings very well with the zerglings up here. And finally, the baneling nest for Kidden has finished. So if these banelings for Kidden can finish... Oh, here comes the banelings though for Sorcery. Are they going to blow up? They're going to take out one of the spine crawlers. Not a lot of damage being done there. That one spine crawler absorbing all of those banelings. And that could be really, really bad for Sorcery, as he really needed those banelings to fight these zerglings. And now Kami with so many roaches here. This is going to be very difficult to defend for Mindset. He has got one cannon here that's pretty well defended, so that's going to be a really difficult cannon to take out. So it looks like the right team is saying, screw that, man. We're going to go right after the Zerg base. So a couple spine crawlers in here, pretty well placed there from Sorcery. But again, this is still going to be a pretty difficult base to break, as he is morphing in some banelings right now. It looks like they are going to not finish. Two of those banelings do not finish, and that is huge right there, as now the roaches do have a shroud on the hatchery, and that is going to be a lot of trouble for Sorcery. He really has nothing that can deal with all the roaches. And now banelings even coming in here from haCkKiddin, actually getting stuck on the spine crawler right there. So somehow Sorcery has managed to keep most of his drones alive. He is now forced to send the zerglings and queens to try and fight the roaches, and the hatchery is going to fall. And that could be it. There's just too many roaches here for Mindset and Sorcery to come back from. And so it looks like it's just going to be a matter of time. Excuse me, it's just going to be a matter of time before these roaches can break this base. And the GG comes down from ONEMindset. And it looks like Sorcery is going to GG as well. So really well played there by both teams, I've got to say. This is some seriously high level of play right now. And so this game was sent to me by Kami. Thank you, Kami, for sending this game. Very exciting game to cast. And if you guys notice, some of the, like, I could take some notes from some of this, as the Zerg player is going with a really early rush there. Obviously, a lot of people feel like that is cheese, but if you're going to do it, you better do it right. And they were able to really knock Mindset back in this game, put him out of commish for such a long time, and so wise to be getting those extra spine crawlers in the back of their base to help defend. So, well played, very exciting. Thank you, Kami, again for sending me this game. This is Irie Starcraft, and that's going to do it for me, so peace out.